Taking just a quick step back, looking at Al Horford and what he meant for this team, his longevity here, can you tell me if there was ever a possibility to keep him here, what the mindset, what the discussions were like, and do you expect him and hope that he would retire as Celtic?
First of all, those guys have the right to make decisions for themselves, especially when they're unrestricted free agents. Al, I've been here, when I was coaching and flew down to Atlanta and was part of that group that tried to recruit Al to come here the first time. He left a couple years later, and then we were fortunate enough to get him back, right? So it feels like, even though there was a small interruption there, it feels like an unbelievable 8 years or somewhat of 6 years together, and 6 or 7 years together. And I just think, he deserves to make whatever decision he wants. We tried. We offered both Al and Luke the opportunity to stay. But I think you can see where our contracts were with who we signed, that we were going to be handcuffed around the aprons a little bit. And I think that is part of the, we knew that there were going to have to be big moves. And then in addition to that, Luke played his way into a great opportunity and great contract, and we couldn't be more thrilled for him. Those phone calls are hard because you're not going to see those guys every day, but you're also jacked for them, to get a chance to do that. And then Al, same thing. We gave Al an offer, and but there wasn't any expectation that he wouldn't take a bigger offer elsewhere and go play, because that's his right, and that's what and he's been great for us, and we very much valued our time together.
Shams Charania, ESPN, with the tweet. Breaking: free agent Al Horford is committed to a multi-year deal with the Golden State Warriors. After 7 of the past 9 years in Boston and winning the 2024 title, Horford will enter his 19th season as the Warriors' starting center. That tweet from 2 days ago. Welcome back. Hold my banner here on NESN Nation. Ante, Adam, we're halfway home, and let's get into this just a little bit. And I'll give you the full-on rundown of Al Horford's career and all the different things that he has achieved and everything. I'm tempted to break into song, not that I can sing, but it's the whole, it's been a long day without you, my friend. Right? We're going to miss Al Horford, man. How much of the Celtics going to miss Al Horford?
I mean, a ton. We're not going to have a player like Al Horford on this roster for quite a while. A guy who defensively is a guy, you know what I mean? A B plus A guy. Offensively, whatever you need, stick the shot, rebound, pass. You just don't see these kind of guys in this league anymore. He's a guy who can switch out 1 through 5, rebound with the best of them, shoot with the best of them, and defend with the best. I just don't understand how we let a dude like this walk. I understand the money.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, the money.
I get it.
It's not like they didn't. Brad said it. They made him an offer. They wanted him back. Couldn't afford him.
Yeah, but I feel like personally we could have made moves to keep him in-house. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day.
Sam Hauser, Ante is calling for you to be traded. You have brought back Al Horford.
I'm not asking for Sam to be traded. I'm just saying moves could have been dealt to keep Al on this team. We made moves to get rid of Drew. We made moves to get rid of KP.
Yeah.
Luke was going to be Luke, but Al could have been a part of this team. Now, whether they were sure he didn't want to come back because he wasn't sure about Tatum and his timeline with trying to win the championship and all this other stuff, I would challenge that the Warriors aren't going to win Shaq.
Yeah.
So, I think he should have came back home to Boston. I know this isn't where he was drafted or he's not from here or whatever. It feels like home at this point, though. But, Al, you meant so much to the city, and thank you for banner 18.
So you just said the most important thing. This was, during the height of the is Al going to be back and when we were really still trying to figure it out. I sent out a tweet months ago, saying, man, the longer, because, free agency, obviously it opened July 1st.
Yeah.
So it was the longer this drags on, I'm starting to believe Al Horford's going to be back in Boston.
Right.
I send this tweet, and I won't say who, but someone who works in the media who is much closer to the situation than I am, saw this tweet, texted me immediately, and said, no chance. Said he's not coming back to Boston. You need to
Right.
Get over it. He's going to the Warriors,
Yeah.
and if he doesn't go to the Warriors, he's going to retire.
Yeah.
Boston is not part of the equation. Like, stop trying to talk yourself
Right.
into it. So that was fine. I let the dream die there
Yeah.
a little bit, and it was sad. But to your point, the reason my head went there was I think Boston is a second home to him, and we saw the tribute that he put out after he left and everything. It was like, yeah, this guy, really like Boston, and it's not just winning his first and to date only NBA championship. I think Boston, the city, it means a lot to him. I don't think he necessarily wanted to leave, but as has been alluded to, the uncertainty surrounding Jason Tatum's injury maybe sped up his timeline to leave, and he wasn't quite ready to walk away from the game of basketball. So it's like, all right, I'm going to keep on playing.
Yeah.
But to me, it was either ride off into the sunset from Boston, retire, return to Boston, the comforts, or chase the money,
Right.
which was Golden State.
Right.
But to your point, Golden State, I mean, yeah, you're closer to a title than Boston is.
Okay, hold
But-
on. Are they though? They're more talented than Boston is right
odds-wise,
there.
they are. How about that?
But in the
Odds-wise.
West, they're not going to finish.
Well, you know what? Like, I pulled up a sports book just to see what the championship
Yes.
odds are for these two teams.
yes.
Golden State is 30-1 to win the NBA championship,
Okay.
which is behind OKC, Cleveland, Denver, New York,
Yep.
Lakers, Houston, Magic, Clippers, Timberwolves, even the flippin' Hawks.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what, 10? Did I just
Yeah.
say 10 teams that
Yeah.
were in front of Golden State? 30-1. You know what Boston is?
I don't even want to know, dude.
No, you do want to know. 33-1. It's the next team.
It's right there.
So it's not dramatically. Now, I think baked into that somewhat is the wait a minute, is Jason Tatum coming back?
Right.
Jason Tatum might be coming back.
Right.
So I think
Right.
like the odds have improved a little bit
Right.
that versus where they were a week ago for the Boston Celtics. But you're right. I think that obviously and leadership is something we didn't spend enough on there as well. Al Horford leaving is a blow. It's a
Yes.
blow to a severely hampered front court that Chris Boucher, who is another kind of one of those castaways, is suddenly your star in the front court. I mean, that's kind of crazy to think about. But also, there's a leadership void, without a doubt, without a guy who is kind of a lead by example dude like Al Horford. So I will say to you, 5-time All-Star, one of those in Boston. Obviously, his only NBA championship in Boston. He was an All-NBA player back with Atlanta.
Yeah.
All-rookie with Atlanta. All-defensive team. That was as a Celtic.
Yep.
He's been Defensive Player of the Year, top 10 voted a couple of times as a member of the Celtics. He's absolutely, please, let's have a conversation. Anyone that wants to debate whether or not he is a Hall of Famer, he is absolutely, unequivocally.
Some people are going to want to debate you. Not me. I'm with you.
I promise
I'm
you,
with you.
It's not even a
Two-time
debate.
NCAA champion.
That's
I'm with
the thing.
you.
That's the thing. He's won multiple with Florida, multiple college NCAA championships. He's a 3-time champion in the eyes of the game of basketball. It's not the NBA Hall of Fame. Dino Raja is in this Hall of Fame. It is the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. Al Horford is unequivocally. People are talking about Dennis Schroeder being a Hall of Famer after what he has done in Eurobasket. I promise you, Al Horford's a Hall of Famer. There is no debate. However,
Yes.
is he worthy of having 42 up in the rafters in Boston?
I'm going to say hard no. Not even
Hard no.
Hard
Not
no.
even entertaining it.
And it's not the fact that all of those things don't matter. They do. It's the fact that we're running out of numbers, dog. Like
Oh, it's another one.
we are
zero's
zero
going
and
up.
7 are going
Seven's
up.
going up. There's still people pushing for 20 for Ray Allen.
And if Peyton gets another one here, people are going to be pushing for 11 to get up there.
I heard my dude Gary Washburn making the case that Rajon Rondo's number belongs up there.
So
we're giving these things out like candy.
So at this point,
what number's Campbell on the back of his jersey? You might be going up.
Right, like we're just gonna put everybody up. Look, this is what I would love to see for Al Horford.
Yeah.
Because I do think that he's a very important piece to what the Boston Celtics done. But
They need a ring of honor.
Putting the third guy, the fourth guy, the fifth guy on the championship team up there, I think we're past those days with the Boston Celtics. I think, like you said, like the Patriots do, a ring of honor, or like the Red Sox do, they need to retire people's names and their busts or likeness or a plaque, whatever you want to do, and put him in the Celtics Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And we honor that and we love that and we enjoy it. Like we see Edelman, he get his Patriots Hall of Fame a couple weeks ago. That was great. Do I want to see that number hanging up in the rafters at Gillette? Not so much. Slow down just a little bit, right?
Okay.
So with Al Horford, I think he does need to be honored by the Celtics, 100%. But as far as putting his number up there and not allowing people to wear 42 ever again, no. And also, you know what I love about this conversation? Michael Irvin was just recently asked why he didn't want 88 retired by the Cowboys. And he said, you know why? Because every single time CeeDee Lamb goes out there and makes a catch, you know what they say? Man, that looks like Michael Irvin. Man, that reminds me of Michael Irvin. But if you go up there in those rafters, people talk about you that night.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple days after, and then after that, we're like, oh yeah, who's retired? Why is number 2 retired for the Celtics? Why is number? Oh yeah, you know what I mean. And you forget about it. But
Who's
every
this
time
Losky guy?
But every time on the broadcast, if a number 42 comes,
Danny Ainge's going to go up there too. I hate to break it to you. That's another one.
yes, but a number
Probably
42
as a builder, it might just be the name instead of the 44.
or a 9 or
Yeah.
whatever other guy or 20 comes
Yeah.
in there and they play and they shoot the ball well or they pass the ball well or they're dynamic
Wait
like
till
Al
you guys see
Horford.
Hugo Gonzalez. Just a matter of time.
We say, yeah, remember Al Horford, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's a great way to honor the things that he did in the Celtics jersey. But also him leaving twice, not once. He left us twice.
He did.
I'm good.
For Philly, that one hurt at the time.
Thank you, Al.
That one did hurt.